dad introduced me to it at an early age because, you know, he thought I could do it like he did, and it turns out he was right. And, you know, I enjoyed it pretty much right away, so I just kept doing it. Of course, it started with like 5K, 10K, then I went into half marathon, and I've done a marathon and 50K now. And, you know, I just want to try to take the next step and do a 50-miler. You know, I think it'd be good to get under my belt. The places we're going, you know, I've ran there before, and, you know, it's really some really beautiful views. You know, I just think I'll have a lot of fun running it, you know, from starting in the mountains. I'll have a view of the desert, and we'll go into the desert at night. I'm sure that'll be really cool, you know, and I just think it'll be a good experience.
An ultramarathon is anything longer than a marathon. Typical distances include 50 kilometers, 50 miles, 100 kilometers, 100 miles, and some go even farther. It's said that ultramarathoning is 90% mental and 10% physical. In an ultramarathon, you will feel some level of discomfort. It's likely you will suffer. You will hit low spots, sometimes for hours on end. With grit and strong will, they will pass if you're mentally sound and have a plan of action. Relentless forward progress, irrespective of speed.
We're pretty light out here, but just in case, take it easy on the ankles for the first 5-10 minutes. We don't need any rolled ankles. There are a few rocks out here, but I think you guys should be okay. And then if you guys have gaiters, I would highly recommend putting them on from Pedro Fages to the end, because it gets pretty sandy out there in the canyon, the Box Canyon area. At the finish, we'll have some good snacks for you. We'll get you guys your shirts. And if you end up having to drop, make sure you drop at an aid station. Give your bib to the volunteers there. Good luck, guys. Good luck, guys.
I was kind of excited, but I was also like, it was kind of sinking in that I was gonna have to be out there for the next like 13 or 14 hours, and that was a bit tough, but you know, for the most, I was kind of excited also. Well, it was mostly downhill and flat, and I mean, my dad was definitely pushing the pace, as we could tell by him falling at about half a mile. So, but yeah, we were going pretty quick, and you know, I felt pretty good for the first 12 miles. And again, it was mostly down and flat.
See ya. Good job, guys. Way to go, Felix. Looking strong.
Woo! You're at mile 19, guys. Good job.
Thank you.
We got mile number 41, 27, and 1.
probably the toughest stretch of the race. Yeah, that part was definitely a lot of uphill. We had one coming out of the aid station, and we had one before the next aid station. And yeah, that one definitely tired me. As far as I can recall, I was pretty hydrated. I mean, we had our bottles with us with the electrolytes, and I was drinking them on a consistent basis. So yeah, I was hydrated.
This next quarter mile is pretty tough. After that's not bad.
Flags.
I'm at a little past 26 miles, so just over halfway, and I just finished a marathon, but I have 24 miles left, so that's awesome. But as you can see, there's a great view of the lake and kind of the valley there. So we're on Stonewall Peak right now, and we're gonna climb up, and then we go back down. We'll kind of cut across the meadow, and that's when we're gonna start going down into the desert.
I honestly thought that, okay, we'll have him try it, and I kind of expected that he might run a bit and then drop. But I think the first race, hard race we did was one of the Dirt Devil Trail halves, and we registered him for the half, and it was, I think it might have been Stairway to Heaven. And when we went up to registration, they said, because I think he was 6 at the time, and they're like, this isn't a good idea. And I was like, you know, I'll walk with him. If we have to drop, we'll drop. And so they let him run, and he just crushed it. I think he's got a lot of determination.
West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place where I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads.
These were the men.
Cool.
The more enjoyable part was the later half of the race. I mean, the first half, you know, it was fun, but I think the better part was Stonewall was really fun, and then going down Oriflame was also really those are the best parts.
You can sit on the chair if you want. That's easier to get to. I'll put both of your melon bottles right here.
Basically looking ahead to the next part that I thought I would enjoy, and you know, it's only in blank miles, so that was my main strategy. It's getting dark now. We just passed the second to last aid station if you don't count the finish line. We're at about 37 miles, so 13 to go. We're really close to dropping into the desert, and after that, we're gonna just go through the desert. There'll be one more aid station at 44, and we'll go to the finish. Well, it was pretty confusing because it was hard to stay on the trail. I mean, I'd say, you know, throughout most of the race, the course was pretty well marked, but in the desert, it got very hard to follow. Running in the night, I mean, I've done it before. Something about nighttime kind of like drains me a bit. I'm not sure what it is. I haven't really figured it out. We went off the course for a short period of time, maybe like 30 minutes or so, but we were able to find the way back. Yeah, it was just kind of counting down to the finish at that point.
Here comes Felix! Make sure you go through the lights, all right?
It felt really good. I mean, to have all the hard work that I put in the race pay off, felt good. You know, it felt nice being able to get in the car and go home. The best part for me is like later in the race, you know, usually halfway through or more when I have a second wind and feel good, and it's also like a really beautiful course. My name is Felix Miller. I'm 13 years old and I'm an ultra runner.